to own it. Just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here. Oh, we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you.
Thanks for coming today.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
I love these jackets.
Thank you so
thank you.
much.
I wish I could get one, but you know, we don't have my name on it. Okay, so what do you guys belong with? Let me see the back.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, the back says our school name, which is also our chapter, so Carruthers.
So do you guys all get together at different points, the different FFAs? You guys all...
So yeah, so FFA, it's broken up into national, which is all across America, state, region, and section. So like throughout the year, we'll have different regional meetings, sectional meetings where we all do get together and have meetings. And
so then the Fresno FFA or the Clovis FFA, and so you guys are the Carruthers FFA.
Yeah.
And then how many of you are there in the Carruthers FFA?
I think our school probably has about, what, would you say like 100?
Like 100 to 200 at most.
Yeah.
Do you guys know everybody?
I mean, kind of like people that are active within FFA, because you can be an FFA and take the class, but you can also be like really active, like showing animals or doing the career development events. So there's really a difference that kind of divides
the people
all
like
of
just
us.
with the college application, I mean, and then people like you guys, I know you're up every day, way earlier than me doing all that stuff. So
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so how did you guys get into this?
For me, going to the Carruthers Fair every single year, I saw people showing animals and it kind of interested me. So when we had our livestock interest meeting, I showed up and then I started showing a lamb, and that was kind of the beginning of it.
How can you actually have a farm at home?
No. So our school offers a school farm that we can have our animals at.
Perfect. So there is no farm at home, but then you go to the school for farm and get to. I bet the parents love that.
I think so.
And how did you get into this?
So actually, my sister did FFA like when she was in high school. So I think about like 15 years ago, and she showed goats. And I always like had that interest because they had like this banner that she won like 15 years ago at the fair for like reserve champion. And I was like, maybe one day I'll do it. And then when I went back to Carruthers after I moved, I was like, you know what, I'll show just to see like how it is. And then I did overall like it. So.
Okay, so how do you get the animal? How do you guys get hooked up with which animals?
So honestly, it's just like whatever interests you. Like I said, we have the Carruthers Fair, so you can kind of just like go about and see what. I mean, for me, like I just looked at the one that was the cutest, and that was the lamb. So I just kind of chose which one.
Well, how do you choose between the goats, lambs, and chicken? Like, how do you get to choose which animal you're gonna kind of like foster or raise or all? How do you choose that?
Like, how do we like get the animal?
Yeah, like, and just who gets what? Because like you said, there's so many people, there's so many of you in there. So who gets like, okay, I'm gonna take this. This is gonna be the one I'm gonna raise. This is one I'm gonna show. How do you guys figure that out?
So obviously, we go to the livestock interest meeting, and we have our advisors there. Like, for example, one of our advisors does the sheep, one does the pigs, one does the goats, and then we just sign up for that animal, and then they'll go out and buy the animal for us, and then we like pay them once they have the animal, and then it's pretty much.
And you go for what's the cutest?
Pretty much, yeah.
So each year you can have a different pet. So one year you can have a pig, and then one year you can show a sheep.
Yeah,
that's
basically,
really cool.
Or you can also show like both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
So like I'm showing a pig and a sheep this year.
Well, you can't, and isn't there like a limit though? They're not just going to get all the pets you want, right? I know it's going to be weird questions, but like I think people want to know if we've never done it, you know?
No, yeah.
I mean, recently our chapter put on a limit of how many animals you can show, but there's not really a limit of how many you can buy, like in the sense of where it's like, I want to show a cow, like a pig, and a sheep, because you can show like the cow independently and then show like the two other animals at the fairs. So there's always like where you could do like other livestock opportunities, like in showmanship anywhere.
Yeah.
That is really cool. I bet your parents are so impressed about this, that you guys are like doing it, because you're actually doing the work.
Yeah.
And so when you guys get up and every day, how do you guys kind of get rated? Because it could be one of those things where it's like you guys really enjoy it, so you're there doing the work. Some other people be like, oh, I just want to show the animal, but I don't want to like, clean up the poop and all this. Who keeps you guys accountable on how you guys take care of your animals?
Honestly, I'd say it's ourselves, because, I mean, if we don't take care of the animal correctly, then it's not going to perform like how we want it to. And in the end, it really does show off like how much time and effort you've put into the animal. So, I mean, for me personally, I'd say myself. Would you say the same?
I would also say myself, but I would also say like our pig advisor is also like really mean. Like I remember like freshman year, he was like the person you would fear if you like messed up on things. So like that was my first year showing
Probably
an
because of
animal.
the dirtiest, right?
Yeah, you have to
them
keep them the cleanest because they're the most messiest. And you know, like after I showed my first pig, I was like, okay, I'm gonna move on to sheep. And I will say he was a bit more lenient, so like I did have to keep myself accountable in that aspect.
That's good to know. Okay. Well, so are you guys competing kind of against each other sometimes, where it's like my sheep's going to beat yours, and how do you guys stay friends and compete at the same time?
I mean, with showing livestock, you have wins and losses, and I feel like also just in FFA in general, like the friendships that you make, they're stronger than a win or a loss. So it doesn't really matter to me if I lose against one of my friends. I just try to stay positive about it.
And then, so what's this deal that we could get an animal and it's a tax write-off? Well, explain that to us.
Okay, so you can't really get the animal unless you want to buy it. So if you want to buy a sheep, let me know because I'm looking for a buyer. But if you want to donate to us, because you know we do have to pay for the sheep, we have to pay for the vet bills, and of course the feed bill.
Okay.
A lot of companies and a lot of ag companies will like maybe like give us like $20, $100, and a lot of that stuff is a tax write-off for them because they work in agriculture themselves. But like if you were to give us like $100 add-on, you know, you could write that for like community service because that's part of like your tax that you can put under your 1004. So a lot of those different aspects do meet different qualifications. So like my brother's a real estate agent, and last year he bought my lamb for like about $1,400, and he wrote that as a tax write-off for his company since he has his own LLC.
That's good to know. That's
so
really good to know.
there's many different ways. Like a lot of people can like buy them because he gave those like lambs to like, I mean it was one lamb, but you know like there was so much meat that he got. He gave it to like his workers like to make sure that it was a legit tax write-off.
Wow. Oh, I never knew that. That's really cool. So I can see people wanting to be more generous in that. How much do I have to donate to get one of these jackets, though? That's what I want to know.
Well, these jackets are just for members.
Well, I'm too old to be.
You know, but I have an extra one, so maybe like next year when I turn 18, you know, like I can donate to you, and then I won't just
put my name on it and everything. Okay, that's a motivation for me to write some checks for these animals. I love that. Yeah. And so the people that do donate and everything, do you guys? I know you guys have fundraisers, right? Mm-hmm. Is there one coming up anytime soon?
So we did just have one in May. I don't think we.
So usually like a couple of years, and maybe the next time's going to be like the end of the year.
Yeah. So like us personally, we have a night in the country hosted by one of our FFA members' parents. It's usually in May. They have their own live band. They serve food. It's just a sort of thing that you could go buy a ticket, have fun, and the money goes to our program.
That's really cool. And so what is your exact chapter that we can donate money to for the FFA Carruthers? Is there online? Do you guys have your own Facebook and Instagram? How does that work?
Do. Yeah. So if you want to follow us, it's Carruthers FFA on Instagram and Facebook both. To donate money, I think you would have to talk to one of our advisors about that.
Yeah, or you could also talk to like our school overall because there's different accounts like where the money goes to. So like if you want to do, like I know Pacific Boring, it's a company in Carruthers. They donate to all of the people that show livestock and they give $100 off every person that shows animals. Mm-hmm. So like if you want to say like, hey, like my name is so-and-so and I would like to donate like this amount to like the people who show livestock, you can definitely reach out to anyone at the high school.
Mm-hmm. Right on. And you guys are great about posting your wins and everything on the websites, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have like Fresno, and then do you guys compete against each other? So like when you guys have the fair, is it like, oh, our goal is to go into the Fresno fair and beat the actual Fresno FFA? I mean, friendly competition. I'm not trying to make it sound that weird, but do you guys have friendly competitions? How does that work?
We definitely do. Like, since there's so many schools that go to the Carruthers Fair and the Fresno Fair, we're all put into the same showmanship and market classes. So, yeah, we definitely do compete against each other that way.
So you guys kind of all do it. So pretty much it's going to be the same. Even if one fair is bigger, it's like you do the circuit. So you're going to go to that fair, and then what else? Do you guys do the Madera Fair? Or?
It's just those two fairs for us.
Those two fairs for you guys.
And those, like, the Fresno Fair is kind of optional for some of us because, like, if you show one animal, then you can just show at the Carruthers Fair, and then you're done. But if you're showing two, you know, you would want to go to the Fresno Fair to find like those new buyers and also like meet those different connections when you're showing the animals.
Wow, there's so much that goes into this. How you go every day to the fair? Like, how often do you really need to be there with your animal?
So like the way that our school has it is like with the species that there's more of them, like people who are showing more of the species, we'll have more than one animal in a pen. So like some people, they don't have to go every single day, although you definitely should just to get the time and effort with your animal. But like 1 week someone will have to feed like AM and then someone will feed PM. Like it kind of just alternates like when you really have to be there to like feed wise.
So you're working with somebody else. So it's not all on you.
Kind of.
That's good. Well, I mean, people go on vacation, do other things. You can't be, I mean, I know it's like, you're responsible for it, but you don't live at the same time. You're not living on the farm. So I would think logistically you kind of have to.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I mean, we all work with each other, but like there is weeks like where like I feed in the evenings for this week, and then like maybe next week Lizzie will feed for the mornings, and we all have our own different pens. So I mean, it's really nice because like sometimes like when I leave, I'll be like, Lizzie, do you want to feed for me? Or like I'll feed for you. Like when I come back, like those little different things because they all make a difference.
I love it. Well, I don't even know why we're in here. We should be at the farm. Right? Maybe we could set that up in the future. That'd be fun.
No, yes, definitely.
Oh my God! So how are they with other people? Do you get to bring friends? Like, are they weird if, like, let's say your cousins from out of state staying there, like, and you show up with like an entourage of people at the farm? Did they get all like, "Why are you bringing all these people?"
I know the advisors are pretty lenient about who comes, as long as like they're not acting crazy, running around and scaring the animals. Then literally anyone can come.
Oh, like people say cow tipping, and you're like, "No, that's not." Is that a thing? Does that really happen?
I mean, I've never seen that happen.
Okay, because I heard it's like a myth and it stings. I don't know if people really do that. And then do you guys live close to the farm, or is it a drive?
I personally live about 5 or 6 minutes away.
So I live about like 17 to 18 minutes away.
Wow.
So I mean, I do have to make that drive like kind of daily, and then sometimes I try to like go every other day because I do need to work with my animals.
Well, that's commitment right there.
Definitely.
And this does, what I was saying about the college application, it is one of those things that they like, right? Like, what kind of scholarships and everything are involved? And I'm sorry I'm asking weird questions. I'm just so curious about it.
No, it's okay. I mean, there's a lot of scholarships within like our own program. We have like our own FFA scholarships, but there's also national scholarships like for FFA and there's state scholarships. For college applications, it definitely does make you a little bit more diverse than the average person because you're not going to meet someone from like Los Angeles who's showing an animal and you're trying to get like into medical school, who's really like the more humble, worth ethic person. But I mean, it definitely does help like if you're going to go to ag school, if you're going to go to like those different things because you already seen what the agriculture looks like at an early age.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if you're going to be a veterinarian, that would be like some medical I could see as well because you have to tend for the animal and watch signs of like, their health.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, totally.
That's really, so what field are you guys looking into when you guys graduate?
I'm looking into becoming a vet.
That's so cool.
I'm actually going a different direction and I'm going into pediatrics. I want to become a family physician.
Hey, animals and kids are not that far off. I mean, that is really neat. So we get support. So Carruthers Fair, when's that coming up?
So it'll be toward the end of September.
And then the Fresno Fair is in October. So you guys like boom, boom. You got to get.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like places to be.
Yes.
Okay, so between here and now, there's not a lot. There's no fundraiser that we can come support. How can we come support you there? Do we show up at the fair?
I mean, honestly, yeah. Just having people there watching us, showing interest in the animals, that's support enough as it is.
Can we get to the other name when they like putty, or is that weird? Is that?
No, yeah.
No, like I love the support. Yeah.
Yes.
You're like, why do you guys have these obnoxious people? You're like, that's the girl that was interviewing us. That is really cool. No, thanks for letting me know. So the best thing for us to follow is FFA Carruthers on Instagram and Facebook. Mm-hmm. You guys are both on there active and showing off your animals.
Yes.
Yes.
What animals do you guys have that's going to be in this fair?
So for the Carruthers Fair, I'll have both my lamb and my steer, and then at Fresno Fair, I'll just have my steer.
Okay.
Yeah, and for the Carruthers Fair, I'll have my pig and my sheep, and then for the Fresno Fair, I'll have my sheep as well.
How exciting. Well, I wish you guys luck. I do want to show up at one of the fairs and see what it's all about. And you guys will tell us a schedule of like what time and day you guys are showing your stuff. You put that online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. And I love too that it's summertime and you still have to go to the farm all the time. I know you've been really busy, and so that is dedication and commitment. Well, thank you guys.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for being the future farmers of America.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to hit you up in a year for that jacket. Oh my gosh, thanks for coming. You have no idea how excited I am right now.
I mean, me too. You know, who gets a day off? You know, Smash Bros. Bistro.
Oh my gosh, I love this. So at first, when I came in your place, I love how cute it was and how nice it was because I've driven there so many times. I love smash burgers. I want to try it. And then when I walked in, it was like, this is really cool.
Yeah, so when I built it, I tried to make it feel as homely as possible. You know, I'm there almost every day, all day. So I want you to feel like when you're coming in and you're eating, you're sitting at the kitchen in my house, you know.
What's with the rooster?
So a lot of it, you know, everyone does the farm to table where we do things a lot from chicken scratch. So I make the sauces, we make each patty to order, we bread and fry the chicken to order. We're not doing it ahead of time. When you come in, it's fried fresh and it's smashed.
Oh my gosh. And it is so good. It's so addictive. And then I think what surprised me a lot is you guys do catering.
We do catering as well, yeah. So if you have a small office or you want to have a wedding, we've done a smash burger wedding, or we've even driven all the way to Chowchilla and smashed for AutoZone.
No way.
Yeah, they had their second shift and we showed up at 8 o'clock and we smashed burgers for about 100 people in 30 minutes.
Wow, that's impressive. So we got your homemade ranch, you said?
Homemade ranch, yep. And then this is our wedge salad. So I do house-made sourdough croutons.
That's why it's so good and fresh. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And this is a barbecue?
That's our barbecue sauce. So it's made with a little brown sugar, hickory, and molasses.
Oh my gosh.
And then our Southwestern ranch, that's actually new. I just put that on our guacamole smash burger that we're doing this week. So each week I rotate through a burger special. So every Monday I highlight a new burger. And then this is our classic bistro sauce. So like our burger sauce that goes on all of our smash burgers.
Oh my goodness. It's so great. Wow.
Fresh salad, we chop it to order, blue cheese, iceberg lettuce, house-made sourdough croutons, pickled red onions, hickory smoked bacon, and then, of course, our house blue cheese.
And this is so fresh. The veggies are so fresh.
Oh, yeah.
So hard to find that these days.
And then going through the lineup over here, we have our fried chicken that's right in front of you.
Ooh. Nice.
House-made buffalo sauce, house-made pickles. We make our own pickles in-house. And then it's a 6-ounce chicken breast that's butterflied, pounded out, and then buttermilk brined.
Wow, it's huge. I can't believe how big it is. Wow.
Well, when you pound it out, you know, Smash Bros is in our name. So, you know, the thinner that we're able to get it, but still keep some thickness on it, the more tender it is and more flavorful.
Oh my God, it's amazing. Thank you so much.
Here we go. I gotcha.
I'm just like, this is so incredible.
She's ready to chow down.
I'm so sorry.
And then this is our side Brussels, our fried Brussels.
I love fried Brussels.
We toss this in our house-made chili aioli and then toasted peanuts, and they're pretty craveable. People ask us all the time if they can substitute anything out for our combos, and you can sub the Brussels, a wedge. You don't have to just get a fry. You know, and
oh my gosh, I realize this every time.
That's the best part. You know, our combos.
How do you get those to be so soft? I guess I don't know how to cook Brussels sprouts well.
We fry our Brussels sprouts, you know, because a lot of it is Brussels sprouts is a vegetable, and you put it in oil, water, and it fries. You know, so it makes it super crispy. But also when you toss it with the aioli, the chili aioli,
that's why it's soft. I'm like, I fry it too, but it's not. But it's like that's how it softens it. Is that the aioli? That's what does it.
Yeah, you add the aioli to it, and then it just goes from like a crispy fry to like this beautiful flavor.
I love it.
And then moving on, right in the front is our classic double smash burger. You know, if it's somebody's first time and you want to get a true smash burger experience, our double is the way to go.
A double? That is so big. Wow. Remember the last time you tried to get me a double and I'm like, my mouth is only so big.
She's got it. There we go.
Oh my God.
Perfect.
That's amazing. It's so delicious.
Caramelized onions. We do about 4.5 ounces each patty. Vermont cheddar cheese, our house-made pickles, and then our bistro sauce. And then our buns that are made from the Luna Bakery right across from the Veterans Hospital. So I pick those up every 2 days so they're fresh as possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing. You really do so much for your food. I try
and give the guests when they come in the best experience that they can possible.
Man, I mean, you definitely don't disappoint. Okay,
and then sweet potato fries. These are my mom's favorite. They're a wedge style sweet potato, and we fry them crispy. and then I have a pesto aioli that goes with it typically, and a chili aioli that you dunk with.
What's the closest I have here?
The closest I have right here is our Southwestern Ranch, and that I make our house cantina style salsa, and I mix it with our buttermilk ranch. And yeah, it's our summer sauce that we do with our fried chicken.
I love the texture of I don't know how you get like the perfect, you know what I mean? The perfect amount of softness and crunch and all of that. It's really amazing.
Just doing it for a long time. I've been doing this for over 14 years, and I've always had an image of what type of restaurant that I would want to do, and now that I'm able to do it, I'm just kind of like Willy Wonka in a factory, just going crazy.
So how did you write, like, I'm finally going to get my own place?
It's just after years of doing it for so many other restaurants, you're like,
I don't know if I should.
Just having the confidence to just go ahead and do it. And
Sweet potato fry.
Right after COVID, I was really given a chance to. So I quit my job. I was working at Mad Duck, and I told myself, you know what? Let's get a flat top, some canopies. I had a friend that was helping me at the time, and we started doing smash burgers. And then one of our buddies that owns Vidi Vici, Tony, Chef Tony, he told me, he's like, hey, dude, I love you. But you gotta get out of my back patio. You're good. Open up a restaurant, man. Your food's amazing, and I think the people are gonna love it.
Wow! So he kind of mentored you a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of helped me out. As I always loved doing it, and it was just fail me not. Go ahead and do it, and just give it your all, and let your food speak for itself.
Well, they always say that restaurants are like what the most have failed. That's only 15% of them survive. So even though
I'm there every day, we're putting in the work,
Well, you're a great chef. So how do you get people to find out about you? Like, how is this? I know it's a word of mouth, but how did you get to that point? Since it is scary that so many restaurants
we do
fail.
a lot of Facebook, Instagram, and then I am on TikTok, doing a little bit better. But I do ads on Instagram, and then we get a lot of people from Yosemite, Sierra that are visiting, and I guess they're all out there and they're talking on the chat.
So
we're right by the freeway, so they look up, what's the best smash burger, quick meals in under 30 minutes. Smash burgers, I can typically each order is between 6 to 8 minutes. If it's a busy Friday night.
It's better than In-N-Out because In-N-Out you're waiting forever.
Waiting forever, and this is actually fresher and tastier food. We get our meat from Braveheart, which is a Colorado company.
Wow.
And it's 80/20 ground chuck fine, and it's 100% Angus beef. Our buns are local. We're making our sauces here in house. There's typically about 2 or 3 of us in the restaurant at a time, so your table's getting tapped, and people just love the service.
So what are the hours you guys are open?
So Monday through Wednesday we're 11 to 8. Thursday, Friday, we stay open an hour later. We're 11 to 9. And then on Sunday, we're 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. We just changed that right now because we're in a sponsorship with the Grizzly Stadium where we're feeding their ticket box office. We're doing 50 burgers for their staff.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
And then not only this, you're doing other food when you do catering.
Correct,
I saw that the other day, and it was like, wow. So, and that's like a huge menu that you have. So tell us about that.
Right. Yeah. So we have our classic smash burger menu where we do our smash burgers, our fried chicken. We have a bucatini. So typically for the kids, or if somebody wants a vegetarian style dish, they get that. We have a wedge salad, Caesar salad. I just started doing a summer strawberry chicken salad.
Ooh.
Yeah. So strawberry feta. I do a strawberry vinaigrette, toasted almonds, and then a balsamic deglaze that goes on top of it. And then for our catering, you can get our smash burger catering menu, or if you want to do, we just did for Fresno Police Association, we did caprese skewers, we did mini smash burger sliders.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's a lot of different options that you can do other than just smash burgers.
And were you doing tri-tip? I saw something you
last week on Thursdays and Fridays, we do dinner specials. So we had a smoked tri-tip plate where I did a loaded baked potato, roasted cauliflower, and then a 6-ounce smoked tri-tip.
I gotta stop. I gotta unfollow you. I'm sorry. I can't look at that all the time. That's all I think about.
We tell people, come hungry, leave happy. If you leave hungry, it's your own fault.
Right. I was like, all I see is food every time I look in your Instagram.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't get this way from nothing. I love food. I grew up in an Italian family. My grandmother was Puerto Rican, and she bake cakes. My mom's Italian. I'm third generation, and just when you come in, you'll definitely feel the experience.
You don't make Italian food.
I have a bucatini, and then I do specials. So every now and then I'll do like lasagnas, and then I haven't made any raviolis yet, but that's coming. It's just when we're busy.
But I can't even believe all these like caterings that you have, and it's because you wouldn't expect that you go in there and you just think smash bread. I mean,
and they're not small caterings either. They're, we've done for Fresno State where it's anywhere between 350 to 750 people. I have great friends with the Flipside Church in the Ranchos where we did their trunk or treat. I've done for Matthew Harley Davidson where it's typically like 250 people, and it's just great events.
Like a burger.
I love helping the community, and people love burgers,
For sure. And then maybe a food truck is in the works?
Possibly, yeah. I'm working on it.
Am I revealing too much?
No, it's okay. Maybe either, I've been teeter-tottering on for the caterings, so it's not so garage band, more get a mobile kitchen.
Huge.
It's huge, yeah. So we typically show up to large events with 3-4 flat tops. I got about 4 or 5 employees, canopies, tables, chafing dishes. You're getting set up. Yeah.
I can't. And I mean, I know so much work goes into running restaurants. I've worked in them a lot, but it's just like, it's just, wow. I mean, you really do everything, especially like just how busy I see that you guys are.
Oh yeah, definitely. Between making cakes, pickling pickles and brining chicken.
That's why I'm lucky to get you here now. And then you guys all do other things. What was it? Was your guy in karate? Didn't you have something
so I believe he's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu or something like that. He's also a trainer. On Thursday, I have another gentleman that he is a bartender at the Grizzly Stadium, and then also has a mobile bar. And
I don't know how you do so much. You guys just keep it up, or you guys schedule? You guys work it out.
Master event coordinator. I always tell people if I can do it and I can fit you in the schedule, I'll make it happen.
So we need to kind of book. If we're having a party, you guys are having a wedding, we're gonna need to book with you like ASAP.
Right?
We can't really wait till the last.
People hit me up and I tell them, we got to confirm it right now so I can put you on the book so I can cross off the date. I get birthday parties. What I'm doing a baby reveal. Kind of, if you want to rent the restaurant, you can use that as a banquet room as well. Typically Saturdays, that's what those days are for.
Here's a burger and it's a boy.
Yeah, it's a bluebird. No.
Oh my goodness. And I love your space. It's cute. What's the capacity if we want to have an event at your space? How many people can we have?
So 50 standing, and then seating, I have about 40 seats. Yeah,
okay,
yeah. So it's a nice, if you have an office party, and then there's also outside. Like I said, I have tables that you can set up, and I could do canopies.
And you said we can do alcohol for parties. You can do a one-off, or we can do
So if
the mobile bar.
If you get a mobile bar and someone with a day permit, then yeah, you can do something like that.
I didn't know what your guys' bartender is. He going to be the bartender then? You have that.
I mean, if we can get them on there and we can get it available and we can make it happen, I'll make it happen.
I swear, this is like such a. I can't believe it took me this long to find you. We'll blame our mutual friend because that's like.
Patrick, he's a great guy, great comedian, and we're a family restaurant. I'm 7 years sober. I don't drink myself, but I always tell people I'm the life of the party with or without it, and we just want you guys having fun. Bring your kids in. We do milkshakes. We got sundaes. I do cakes.
Oh my gosh.
The only thing I don't have is event rides. Not yet, at least.
Oh my gosh. This is so great. I love that you're there, you're successful, you're doing it. And then we want to support. Okay, so everyone, if you have the willpower, follow him on Instagram, but you're just going to be hungry all day.
Oh, yeah,
so I'm like...
At Smash Bros Bistro, and then my personal one, if you guys want to see like the day in the life of the chef, is Chef Johnny 5. I'm always doing something. My girlfriend and I like to stay active in the community.
What does she do?
So she works at Community Regional. She's in the ER department, and she works night shifts.
You never throw her at behind the...
Oh, yeah. For events, there's been a couple times where people have called out.
Oh,
and, she's great.
If she's in New York, I trust that she's.
Yeah, she used to be a manager. She's worked at Chipotle. She's in it to win it. We're in it for the long haul. So
I love that. No, I absolutely love that. I think that's so great. No, we want to support, and thank you so much for bringing that today.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, no. Like I said, if you guys like Chile Verde, come on Sunday. We do a Chile Verde plate that'll knock people's socks off.
Chili burritos, and there's a taco day. What's taco day?
Yeah, so tacos. So every other, I rotate through the specials. So there's about 5 or 6 different specials that I go through. So we do our baby back ribs, our smoked tri-tip. I do Philly cheesesteaks. We have a blackened shrimp taco that we do. That's the one that we just did last week.
So what's the day
so they're
for that?
rotating. So you got to look on social media. That's the best part.
There's not a specific day.
So just the days that we do the dinner specials are Thursday and Friday.
Okay, so Thursday and Friday will be the day that we have a special.
We'll have a dinner special, yeah.
And then the chili verde, well, we only have till 2 to get up on Sunday, though.
Right, yeah, on Sunday.
8 to 2 for Sunday.
8 a.m. to 2 p.m., yeah.
I love
First come, first serve.
I love that you're open at 8, though. I love, like, food. I don't like breakfast food.
Right.
I'm, like, into this, so I can come and get this kind of food at 8. I get a burger at 8 a.m.
I have had people come in and get a chicken Parmesan sandwich.
Yeah, that's my jam. I am not, yeah, this is the kind of food I like.
But there's some people that, like my girlfriend, where you work all night and you get off at like 7, 8 a.m.
And you want a burger.
And you go, and you want a burger or you want a fried chicken sandwich.
I might bring in the Sunday brunch group over there.
Do it. We got plenty of space.
I love it. Thank you so much for
welcome.
coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for bringing food.
Oh my gosh, I'm hungry already.
Thank you so much for coming on the show today, for coming back.
Yes, of course.
You always have so much knowledge. I just love financial people. Okay, so tell us what's been going on.
Well, over the last year since we last met, I've been, traveling. I went to Texas for the Financial Therapy Association conference.
Financial therapy?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So, as you may recall, financial therapy is really helping people unpack their experiences with money so they can have a better relationship with money, right? Oftentimes people are scared to budget, scared to talk about money, and that's usually because of something that happened in their past. So I went to the Financial Therapy Conference to go learn more from my colleagues and friends from across the nation. And we also picked up 2 awards, which was the Outstanding Education Award and Inclusion Award.
That's impressive. Wow.
Yeah.
So it's basically financial trauma. You helping people overcome their financial, which I think everybody at some point in their life has.
That's correct.
Even rich people have financial trauma. It's amazing, but yeah.
It doesn't always have to be a negative experience. Sometimes people just hold on to their money way too much just because they're not used to trying to enjoy it.
And a lot of times passing up on experiences where they could have made more, and that's always
Yes, that's correct.
traumatic too. You're like, oh boy.
Don't want to take the risk. And then we're also planning an event in Los Angeles this October to coincide with Financial Planning Month and Hispanic Heritage Month. So we want to address the taboo and stigma of money in the Latino community.
What is the stigma?
Well, I mean, oftentimes in our community, right, we don't trust financial institutions, so we don't bank with money.
That's why we always have
right?
cash.
Yeah, cash on hand, holding At
least they're great with money. Every Hispanic I know is amazing with money, but yeah, they're hoarding onto it. And you really got to put it somewhere.
That's correct. Or even having fear of conversations with family members or friends around money.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's guilt when you make more money than your family or friends, and you're starting to change, the friend group that you have due to the financial circumstances that you've obtained.
Do they feel bad about the fact they're making more? They kind of hide it.
That's correct.
That's so un-Armenian, by the way.
Un-Armenian?
Yeah, Hispanics, I guess, have more tact. No, okay, so that's really cool. So you were having a whole event for that.
That's correct. So we really want to have financial professionals, financial influencers in the room, and then at the same time have them leave with some tangible assets and information. So we want to also have nonprofit organizations in the room, financial institutions in the room, so they can set up a bank account, get information on I-10 set up, and so on and so forth.
Wow, and see, I love how you're traveling everywhere with this. You know what I mean? I didn't understand that when I met you, that you do so much of that. What do you notice when you travel?
What I've learned from my colleagues is that I've got way more to learn still when it comes to addressing financial trauma, right? There's a lot more things that I've yet to explore when it comes to having conversations with people about money, because, there's only so much time allocated to working with other folks.
That's really great that you're doing that instead of just like being here reading it, but you're really out there going and you're actually seeing how other communities are and like learning from other people. I love that. And then you bring it back here and tell us everything that's happening.
That's correct.
What are some of the relationships you've forged over the past year, like when you went to Dallas and just going all these places?
That's correct. So some of the relationships I've been able to acquire working with, again, professionals in the field. So I'm talking to a researcher who's interested in talking about or researching blended families, right, where we have one person who may not have kids and the other person who's bringing kids into the family, right? So we want to research more about the dynamic between these people and how they handle money. And I've also, grown with my relationships with the Financial Therapy Association, working with them as a conference committee member, reviewing applications for potential speakers at our events. Right.
Well, the blended family thing, I know that a lot of people get mad when they get married into a new marriage about the spouse still paying off the ex, or saying that you should be paying them less, this, that, and the other. How do you guys do that? Because it's kind of this is where it gets to where people can be like, well, that's not your business, but you have to tell people, lead people in the past. How do you? Slippery slope. How do you do that?
It is a slippery slope. It's a complicated conversation to have with your loved one, right?
Right.
And so research suggests that if you are bringing in children into your new marriage, right, and maybe one of you has other kids of their own, is that people prefer to have 3 different accounts, right? One where, partner A has their own account and money to spend, partner B has their own money account, and then they have one joint account, right, to address any bills that they have, vacation, travel, whatever that might look like. And they tend to be happier when they have that dynamic set up. When you're talking about a nuclear family where they both got married, they're all, those kids are each their own, they tend to be just fine with one joint account and managing the finances from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then you never tell people, oh yeah, you should be paying your ex-spouse less. You don't really give that advice?
Well, it's not that. It's what I would say is for folks to maybe set up your own, again, partner A has their own account to manage their own bills
so then
and paying off
that's
the
none
ex.
of the business. It's what your business is, what's in the joint account, not what's in partner.
That's right. So partner B doesn't come in question, why did you give your ex $500? Or, I'm so frustrated that all our money is going to your ex, or whatever that might be. They're just, hey, we agreed to a joint account. This is how much we're going to put into that joint account, and leave it at that.
I thought for a female, it's my money's my money and your money's our money. I thought that's how it, you're not allowed to talk to any of my spouses about spending.
Right. No, money's a touchy subject.
Right.
So we got to make sure that we handle it the best way. And again, I'm really looking forward to working with this researcher on this project to come in the near future.
Okay, what's the difference between, I know there's everything varies and whatever, but what do you see that Fresno people are doing now that you're traveling everywhere, that one of their problems are compared to other places, when you go to Dallas and LA, some of the things that is kind of like a Fresno situation?
Well, in Fresno, we have a lack of job diversity, right? We also have, just throughout the Central Valley, high credit utilization, right? There was a report that came out within the last year that says a lot of people are using more than 70% of their credit utilization rate, which is very scary. And that is one of the reasons why I've been so strong on promoting our do-it-yourself credit repair page. So we actually had a couple of billboards go up today in Fresno to promote it. And then, of course, we have our website that we're actively promoting on social media, because we really want to help people address their credit card issues, right, and repair their credit on their own, so they're not getting taken advantage of by these credit repair agencies who are actually sometimes making it worse for them.
And that's when you talk about financial trauma. I think that's a big thing that people have right now is scammers.
That's right.
And you heard the news person got scammed out. Everybody, no matter how smart people are, they're getting this just oddly scammed. So it is odd to be okay, trust us and not them. What are people not looking at with the scams that you've heard of?
Well, I think what happens sometimes with scams is you get so many emails and all it takes is one simple click. You're not paying attention fully, right? And then that person's got your information, or you're getting a text message. I've had clients who thought they got a text message from the IRS and still click on the link, even though the IRS will never text you, right? They'll send you a letter to send you a formal response. So what I've seen is it's just always that like you said, we always think we're very much aware, we're very studied, and we know what we're looking for. But then maybe one day you're just tired and you're not looking for all the red flags, and bam, you click on the wrong button.
Well, then it's hard to find guys like you. That's why I'm glad you guys are having a billboard, because if you guys were a scammer, you wouldn't really be able to have a billboard. That would get taken down pretty quickly. So it's to know, okay, this is a trustworthy establishment. You know what I mean? It's.
And I think what helps is, of course, that we're a nonprofit organization, and there are no fees. We're not asking people for money. So when you visit the website, it's just Plain simple language. This is how you do it. This is how you take care of your credit. And at no point does it say, "Hey, pay us." Right? It asks for a donation.
That's very helpful. I mean, that's a big one because So people probably think that's a scam in and of itself, huh? Because you're not taking money.
Right. But, again, it has links back to our blogs, links back to the Federal, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and annualcreditreport.com. So these are always trustworthy links.
Okay, so it's cool you told me you have this big thing in LA. What's the next big thing in the Valley that we can go to? Is there anything coming up that we can go to?
In the Central Valley, I don't have anything planned quite yet, but this event in LA will be our inaugural event, and I hope that by next year we'll have it here in the Central Valley as well.
Okay, so there's not kind of like little things throughout the year. I thought you have had a few things.
Yes, we'll partner with organizations to hold our financial literacy classes, but that's something that's pending right now.
Okay, but you'll keep us posted on what should we? I know I'm your Facebook friend. I see that, but where should we follow this to kind of keep up with what you're doing? Is it the Academy of Financial?
Yeah, so the Academy of Financial Ed on Facebook, Instagram, and also on TikTok. You can find us there.
And that's it? There's nobody else with that nationally? That's your only...
That's correct.
That's perfect.
Yes.
Well,
really
you were
like
the
it.
Fresno. I just wasn't sure if, you know what I mean? Like, there was more, because it just seems so simple and easy. I'm like, that's so cool you guys were able to get
Secure that name.
Yes,
I know, even
exactly.
in 2023.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
There's Academy of Financial Ed in the UK, though.
Okay, so you're the only one in the U.S. Hey, that works. So we get it. What's now that it's been a few years? What are some of the success stories? I know there's always some. I know these changes. What stands out right now as a success story where you really came in and saved somebody?
I would say I just received a testimony from one of my clients on the other side of the world who found me through a YouTube video.
Wow.
And she's a 38-year-old woman, single mom, and she just wrote me a very touching testimony about how going through the financial therapy process has really helped her. And now she's got this job opportunity that I'm really looking forward to seeing her, thrive through, because I don't think 8 months ago when we first met, she would have been ready for it. And because she's been able to really address her financial trauma, her experiences with her family, and colleagues and other past relationships, she's now ready to take on this job opportunity, which I think is going to pay off dividends for her.
That's really cool. I mean, especially because you said there is a scarcity of jobs, here, and it's like, yeah, it's hard to know, what do you do? And I bet people ask you for that too. Well, I don't have a job, so how am I supposed to save money?
Right. People often do. And as I've shared with folks before, if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you find it very difficult, right, first of all, meet with a financial counselor or advisor. Sometimes those first consultations are absolutely free, so you're not paying anything. And they can give you tips and strategies to maybe areas where you should cut. And then also look for those, side gigs, those one-off job opportunities that might help you, survive another day and pay the bills. But always look for those resources, especially through your bank, credit unions, nonprofits like the Academy, because it can provide greater assistance than you might have expected.
Have you gotten people jobs here or not really?
Have I gotten them jobs?
Well, because you do a lot of networking, and some of these things, I don't know if people come to you and they're like, we actually are looking for this, that, or the other, because they know people are coming to you kind of looking for work, maybe,
Well, if people ask me for a job, I might send them, web pages to visit, or the workforce development page here in Fresno, so they can get some further education or job availability. However, what they're really coming to me for is how to get out of debt, or I'm just trying to budget and survive. What can I do here or there, right? Because oftentimes, some people are living paycheck to paycheck, but because they're not budgeting or actually tracking how much money is coming in or out, they might actually have a better lifestyle than they anticipated. They just have to take that first step and really pause and assess their situation. And then, of course, there's other times where, you really are living paycheck to paycheck because you're just not saving at all, and it's an impossibility at this point in time.
So, again, how do we get a hold of you? I know how to get a hold of you. How does everyone get a hold of you? What number, email address, or Facebook do you want to give us?
That's right. So people can get a hold of me at info@taofe.org or at our website, taofe.org.
And how do people help these other institutions? Like you said, you'll do we're fundraisers, and you have other institutions that help you. What if people are I kind of want to be a resource to you guys? They could just kind of has anyone gotten a hold of you for that?
Yes, people have reached out saying, hey, they're interested in supporting or volunteering or have donated to the organization. Correct.
So we just all go through the same.
Yes. Via that email or visit our website, and again on our social media channels at the Academy of Financial Ed.
I said, what if we want to go to the event in LA?
If people want to go, well, we'll be promoting it soon enough. So probably look forward to that sometime in August when we have a secured location and date.
And then we can see if there's, because you're our financial saver and whatever. We'll say, hey, where should we book a room and everything? You'll help us with that.
I'll do my best.
Like, no, thank you so much, Sam. I love seeing the growth. I love that you're everywhere. I think that's so great, and that's why you're really good at what you do. So just thank you so much for coming back and keeping us posted. And let's not make it go a year before you come back again and tell us some more stuff.
I appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Oh, you're welcome. This is great.
I like what you do because you've been teaching special ed education for 33 years.
Yes.
That's incredible to me. I love children, but then I always wonder about like my patience because I know that takes a special kind of patience. How'd you get into this?
Actually, my sister, it was an aide in Stockton, and when I was a teenager and I used to go see her, I would sub in her classroom, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever. And I said, you know what? I want to do this.
So you never thought about it, and then you saw it in your life. This seems cool. I could do this every day.
Yeah, I could. There was it was like we were outside and we were teaching him how to play baseball. And there was a kid, I don't know his name, we'll call him Johnny. And Johnny, you hit the ball, you run to first base. And that's what my sister said, and the teacher. And he hit the ball and he ran to third base. So I said, I'm going to do this. So I got up there, I was like 14, and I said, you're going to hit the ball and we're going to run to first base. Okay. So I got him and he hit the ball and I got him by the hand and we ran to first base. Now we went back to do it again and he hit the ball and I was so excited and he ran to third base. Dude, I stopped laughing. I thought it was the best thing ever. I said I could do this all day.
That is so funny.
And from then on, I just absolutely loved it.
So why'd you retire now?
Actually, Fresno Unified gave us a golden handshake. They offered us almost like an extra year of pay. And I was going to retire the following year, but it gave me the opportunity not only to retire, but to start a nonprofit.
So what's a nonprofit?
We're called the Trailblazing Travelers.
That's a cool name.
All right. and what I do with the individuals that I serve disabled adults. Some are through Central Valley Regional Center, and some are not. And I serve them. And what we do is we take them traveling, but also there are other classes that we're going to give as well, because we do living skills as well. We want to do teaching living skills through traveling. So
I love that.
So there's a lot to learn if you want to travel. You got to like save your money. You have to be able to handle different social situations.
Find your way around. And if you want to stay longer than a week, you got to do some kind of, maybe some kind of cooking. Maybe you have to do something. It depends on where you stay and because a lot of these like hotels now have mini kitchens in them. So you guys are traveling.
Yes.
Some of these people you guys are going away for more than a week?
No, not yet. But
that's possible.
That could be possible.
Wow.
But right now we just been overnight. Which is a
lot in and of itself.
Right, because we're just learning. They're just like starting right now, and they're just learning how to just do the internet, how to find hotels, what hotels are good, what's their budget, and then we got to raise money, and they have to be responsible.
Oh my gosh, are you teaching my mom about... Well, she's like bad with the internet and trying to book a hotel. It's usually like, Sparkle, do this for me. So it's funny when you're saying these are sort of special adults, because it's a lot of adults in general, like older, don't know even how to do this stuff. So that's really impressive that you're teaching special adults.
Right. And they even talk about wanting to take a plane and go. And I'm like, okay, we gotta wait here. Let's just take the train first.
Wow, that
Yeah.
is super impressive. Okay, so what do you prefer, the special kids or special adults?
Right now, the special adults.
It's a new change, so it's fun.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. They've graduated from the school district, and they're 22 because they age them out at 22.
Okay.
If they don't have a diploma, and from then on, they're just like ready. I want to travel. I want to learn how to cook. So I'm going to be teaching cooking lessons as well. I have an office actually at the building called the Beehive, and I'm in run 108. So I already have an office. I'm getting it ready, so it's coming together.
So when did you start this? Like put the paperwork in and be like, this is what I'm going to do?
I actually started the paperwork last year.
It takes so much time. That's why I give you so much credit for all of this.
Yeah,
it's
it does take time.
Having an idea is one thing, and then putting it into action is so much work.
Yeah, so I'm actually a nonprofit, turned all my paperwork in. I got my LLC, my EIN, all of that. Yeah.
How exciting.
And I
then,
was so super excited about it.
How do you get the people?
Well, former students and then word of mouth. So like right now, we're taking advantage of the Dollar Regal Cinemas, the one in River Park. That's the one we're using. We're meeting there, and we go in. The movie starts around 11 o'clock. It's up until August, maybe a couple of weeks in August. And we meet in front. We go in. We see a movie together. We have a great time. The individuals have a great time. And then now I have more. So everybody's like, hey, can I bring my friend? I'm going to invite my friend. Absolutely. Because this is the time where caregivers, parents, family could come and meet me because they don't know who I am. So they could come and meet me, talk to me. So on the 16th of July, we are actually going to meet in front again. But this time afterwards, we're going to go to Me and Ed Slices. And we're going to have some pizza. And we're going to talk about the next trip they want to take. And the majority of them right now want to go to Universal Studios. So we're going to catch the train. We're going to spend the night. And we're going to come back on the train.
So how does this work? There's got to be like a limit. Is it a limit per students to like adults? Like, I mean, do you have helpers where you're going to bring...
I do. I have 3 other people helping me. And so we're going to try to keep it,
3 or 5 per person?
Yes, exactly.
So maybe a group of 20 would be the maximum if there's all 4 of you.
Right, because there could be I could say, okay, I can only accept 16, because that'll be a 4 to 1 ratio. And that's all I'm going to accept right now. And then as it gets larger, then I could just ask for more, either volunteers or
you could rotate trips. So maybe someone doesn't go on every.
Correct.
You have one group of this, and then I know it's so much work, but wow,
Yeah.
that's why I commend you for doing this.
We get together and we talk about how we're going to do this, what would be comfortable, and then we, of course, talk about all the fun stuff with the individuals that we're serving.
And is there anybody else doing anything like this?
Yeah, there is actually. There's in town. There's a few of others that are doing this as well. So I'm not the first one.
I knew about the day trips because the family I was telling you about that I wanted to meet you or whatever.
Yeah.
They do day trips. The overnight thing, I don't know anybody else that does that.
I think there is a couple of people
That's really
that are
cool.
doing that. Yeah, there's another organization, Boredom Busters. She took them to Hawaii for a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just really cool. You guys are doing. Okay, how do you get the funding?
For me, I am a private nonprofit because I don't have any grants or anything coming in
yet.
So we're going to do small fundraisers.
That'd be great.
So we're going to reach out in the community. We'll probably do a fundraiser at, they have the pizza fundraisers, and then they have, so probably places to eat.
So right now it's all volunteer and you're getting donations.
Correct.
At this point.
Correct.
Okay, so where can we donate? Where do we look?
For donations?
Yeah, do you have a website, or is it on Instagram, or how do we get a hold of you?
It should be Trail. It's on Facebook, Trailblazing Travelers on Facebook.
Trailblazing Travelers. So we can go. People can DM you if they're watching this.
Correct.
And they can actually donate at that point.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And then are you going to be posting the travels?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Absolutely. We have some pictures up on the website right now.
Perfect. Wow.
That we've been to, like we've been to Knott's Berry Farm. We've been to San Francisco. We also went to the Jelly Belly factory. So we've been to a few places.
Are people good about sponsoring like some of these places and giving you the discounts or giving you a group rate or letting you guys for free? Has anyone been good about that or no?
No, not really. Whatever's on sale on the internet is what we've been grabbing.
Oh no, woman, we'll change that.
Okay.
we'll go. That's where we get the community's help. I mean, because that's really awesome what you're doing.
Yeah. And then also the social skills. So currently, I'm going to be taking a class through UCLA to learn about the Peers program, which is it has to do with teaching social skills, and they actually have a curriculum that they've developed and tested. So I will be also having that as a class as well. And that will be something that I'm going to try to get vendorized through CVRC, because I've noticed that in my experience with disabled adults that they need help in social skills, not just in relationships, but that is important too, but in work and just at home, maybe to be a good roommate, those kind of things that we need to really help these individuals with, because that's where they struggle. Because in the school system, they're able to do their like a resume, or they're able to fill out an application, and they're able to search different careers, but the middle part is hard, is getting a job and keeping it. That is the difficult part.
How do you teach them? Is it really just kind of like what you're doing, where you're just taking them, the more people that are around, the more they're learning? Is that kind of one of the biggest?
Well, what has to happen is there's got to be different agencies and different people involved in this individual's life. There has to be somebody that's going to job coach. So you're going to find somebody out there that's going to help them. First, you got to help get them a job. So somebody is going to help them get them a job. And then there's going to be a job coach that's going to teach them how to do the job. But also there has to be they have to have with them the social skills in order to talk to the boss, talk to, coworkers, managers, in their environment, and be able to be, for lack of a better word, appropriate, or what helps them keep their job.
Right. Because a lot of them will be like on a good track, and then they just have to learn kind of like if they get rattled or something, how to react to that.
Right.
Because actually, in my experience, they're more pleasant and nicer with people that have the average adult.
Right.
As you've probably seen, but it's those situations where you're like, oh wait, you're having a bad day. This is how you act, So.
Right. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So it takes a group of people. But once the individual knows how to do it, they know how to do it.
Right.
And then they feel successful within themselves.
That they overcame like a challenge.
Okay, so I could work. Now I could save money.
Yeah.
Now I could do and what do we all want to do is travel.
Like, I didn't like my boss today, but I didn't tell them off.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I got to give myself a reward for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we do that.
Yeah.
We do that. So, and so we teach them that. And, so that they could live fulfilling lives just like the rest of us.
Well, they're doing more than the rest of us, going to Hawaii and stuff, and that's really cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah.
I might have to get some travel tips from them. I'll be like,
right? Yeah.
That is really awesome. I'm so glad you're doing this. I don't know how you retire and then pick on a whole nother job that's just even more than an 8 to 5. But
yeah, it is really. But it's fun and it's rewarding, and you're helping. And they're, and I have a lot of former students that still come and, ask me questions. And
that's cool. So it's called the Travelers?
Trailblazing Travelers.
Trailblazing Travelers. Trailblazing Travelers. We can follow it on Facebook. We can DM you if we want to talk to you about anything.
Absolutely.
Okay, so everyone needs to follow, and then you'll tell us like every time there is a fundraiser and the community can come out. I hope you keep us posted on that. Is there anything in the... near future? That
Yes, there is.
Okay.
And I have to post it on my website. So
what's
that's
coming
the
up?
one. Well, that's just the movies part of it. So
The
we're
movies and Me and Ed's and all that?
Yes, that's
When's
on
that
the
happening?
16th, and we're going to meet at 10:30 in the morning in front of River Park, where the theater is, the Regal Cinemas, and we're going to go in and see a movie at 11 o'clock, and then afterwards we're going to have some pizza and talk about where we want to travel to.
That's so cool. What movie are you guys seeing?
I think it's Scooby.
Oh, fun.
I know, they're fun. The movies are fun. They're kids to me, sorry. The individuals love it because they're all, you know.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. We definitely want to have you back, especially as you start doing more stuff and the more help you need from the community. Just keep us posted.
Yes.
I will post whatever flyers you have when you want the
that'd be
community
awesome.
help.
Yes.
So just keep us posted. It's so great to meet you.
Great to meet you too. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Felt right in the morning, felt right in the summertime. It felt right drinking cherry wine with you. Just wanted to own it, just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here, oh, we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you. Now I must confess here, oh, I must confess, dear, don't think I'm in love with you. Winter is coming and I don't know what to do, and there's no more use in running, no more running to you, and I don't want your loving, I don't wanna be just friends, knowing all this time we were playing pretend.
It's a mystery.